Hello, I'm back again. Alrighty, so in the last video then, I stamped all of these words. So in this video, I'm just going to go ahead and cut them all apart and then put them back in this container because I've got to get them ready to be used. So I'm just going to shape them up a little bit, cut off all the little excess pieces. Some of them are torn like this one. I like to just kind of go through and get them looking a little bit better. That's kind of okay with that. You are special. There. Actually, let's cut the top of that too. Thinking I might do that. Sometimes I like to just go ahead and fishtail them. Yep. Had a funky little top to it. Happiness is, this has a little white trim to it, so I'm going to trim that off. And I think I'm going to go ahead and fishtail that. You know, you don't really realize how much prep there is in doing things when you're sitting down, just playing around. Unless you really start paying attention, and it's like, wow, we do spend quite a bit of time getting things ready and doing this and that, and yep. I don't know why we were talking about this, but we were talking with the kids the other day about how when we were younger, then we could call the library. If we had any questions about anything, we could call the library and they would help us find the answer. And they used to say that right on TV all the time. Is you got a question? Call the library. All the answers are here. And do you remember those commercials? Did you have commercials like that where you're from? Was that just here in Connecticut, or was that everywhere? Was that all over in the States? Good question. I wonder if that was just a Connecticut thing. I'll have to look that, see if I can find that commercial. these happinesses. Stamps. Yep. So, this is a good video for you to just pull your stamps out and stamp on, pull out your little scraps and stamp some stuff on them. For me, I find it easier if I do things like this to stay ahead of my scraps. Otherwise, it would be so easy to fall behind. Although I've seen some people's scrap piles and they're not scraps. To me, it's like going shopping. Wow. One lady was showing me her scraps, and they were 12 by 12s that she just like punched out a couple things or cut out a couple things out of them, and then she just threw them in this bin, and they were getting all mangled, and oh, it just killed my heart to see that beautiful paper being all squished up like that. I thought, oh my gosh. But when I use if I do pull out a 12 by 12 sheet, then whatever I don't use, the portion of it that I don't use is cut down to 4 by 6. And I do have a file of 4 by 6. So I do like to do that for myself, so that way I'll have those. I just think that would be so overwhelming to have piles and piles and piles and piles of, wow, of so-called scraps. I mean, honestly, this one woman, when she showed me her stash, and I was like, wow, holy cow. She had so much paper. She had drawer bins along one whole wall, and that was all totally covered with paper. And I was like, wow, oh my goodness. And she said, that's not even half of it. That's not even a quarter of it. And I was like, don't show me anymore. I couldn't look. She wanted me to see more, and I was like, I can't. That's just, I don't know. I couldn't do that. That would just be, in my mind, I can't imagine having to deal with that. That would just be so overwhelming for me. It's hard to even think about trying to deal with that in that quantity. That was kind of scary for me. More upsetting because my mind just went totally blank, and I thought, oh my gosh, give me a pile like this, I could deal with this. Give me a small box of paper and I could deal with that. It's like, oh my goodness. Don't get me wrong, I love to have paper and play with it. And I am a collector of paper too, so I do have lots of different types of paper. But for me, lots. There's a lot of people that would say that's not a lot. All right, so I can actually go back through here and re-stamp more, or punch out some some more flowers, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside because I want to take the time now to actually start playing with these. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this over so that I remember these are in here. And we're going to stick it in here so I don't dump it out. And now I want to play with these. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to pull out these scrap papers and see what will fit on these. Because I want to make some little clusters. I think that would be fun. And you know what? There's quite a few in this box right here. Let's see what I can play with there. Yeah, let's pull that over now. All right, let's see what we can play with just out of this little box. See, and this is my little scrap, so I can handle this. So see, and this is even getting a lot in here, but that's okay. And these are my smaller scraps. And then I do have my other one, this one here. And most of this was just recently shared with me. And so I did have these, but somebody just sent me these, which is awesome. And I've been going through those because that's such a nice size. These ones are from me, and these ones are from my friend that sent those to me, or gave those to me. And then all of these were shared with me. Someone online sent those to me. Thank you, I appreciate those. And those are really nice cardstocks. So, but these are the scraps that I deal with. Yep, alrighty. So now I've got all these, so now I can make stuff out of them. So, and I love using these. And I have these. You know what? Let's see what I can fit on these so I can trim these down and get rid of all this excess junky part. That's a really good idea. All right, so let's start with this one. Okay. So what will fit on here? This will definitely fit on there. All right, so that's going to go on there. All right. Ooh, yep, good. You're still wet from yesterday. Yay. Alrighty, and then all I do is, come on, squeeze out. All right, you were just in there. Hopefully that did it. Is this thing clogged? No way. Oh my gosh. It is. Well, I'll be. That actually clogged up on me. Huh. Wow. I had a blob in there. Yes, I did. Alrighty then. Let's put that back on and we should be good to go now. Alright, let's try this again. That's better. Awesome. Okay. That'll be pretty. So see, then I can lay that down and I can go ahead and trim that off. There. Oh, I don't want to lay it on that because, here, let's move this over here. That's better. It's a lot easier to leave them on here because this rubber it gets stuck. It's hard to pull things off of it. All right, what else do we have that'll fit on here? One of these will fit. Yep. That one's crooked. Alrighty. Much better, much better. See, and I'm just pulling them out and seeing whatever will fit on here. If it fits, it goes on. If not, then I can throw this away once I get down small enough. But I like to try to use this stuff up if I can. Yep. Oh, this was a bag. That's right. I was trying to remember, what was this from? Okay. There. Yep. So let's put these bigger ones on. That's pretty. Yeah, I pulled apart a gorgeous bag the other day. It had butterflies all over it. So then I had to save these side pieces and bottom piece just because they're so pretty. Nice. Alrighty, so I can do a long skinny one on there. It's not going to be worth it there. Okay, do I have any more of those long skinny ones? That'll fit. Have to cut it down thinner, but it'll fit. Ta-da! Ooh, there's a long skinny one. Haha, perfect. So do you ever do this? Sure, some of you must have done this. This part's just preparation for making cards. Yep. Come on off, YouTube, off. I need to figure out how to get that from showing up on my wrist whenever I'm subscribed to different channels, and when they put out a new video, then it shows up on my watch. But it's running down my battery. So I guess tomorrow when my grandson comes over, I'll have to ask him and say, help me, help me. Because the kids know all of that type of stuff. It's amazing. The stuff that they know how to do today. They've grown up with all these electronics and stuff, and they know how to deal with it, that's for sure. Ooh, that one would fit better. Yep, that way. Perfect. So after we were done eating today, after we were done eating our brunch, then we went driving around to a couple different shoe stores, because each year for school, then we get each of the grandkids one pair of sneakers, because their parents get them in the second pair. So, and we let them pick pretty much what they want, and they know they can look forward to getting a nice pair of shoes. And the grandsons are usually pretty easy, but my granddaughter, she's being a real stinker about it this year. She's got an idea. She saw a pair online, and I think that's what she's got her heart set on. So, and they were a pair of high top Nikes. So, but we were able to find a Nike outlet today, and we took her there, and she was able to look around at all the different types of Nikes. And or no, it wasn't the outlet. It was there were two different stores that we went to. We were going to go to the Nike store, but then she said no. But anyways, we went to two other stores, and they had Nikes there. And she did try a few of the different styles of them on, just to make sure that if she does order this one pair that she really wants, then it should fit. Because Nikes are kind of hard to fit sometimes. They run narrow, which is good for her because she has very narrow feet. So, and she's got 9.5 size foot. So we were trying on the 9s and 9.5, and 10s to see which one fit her the best. And I think the 9.5 fit her the best with the Nike brand. So, yep. So I think she's good with ordering now. Thank goodness. I've forgotten how picky girls can be. And of course, Papa was telling them how when we were young, when we were your age, we had to go to railroad salvage and dig through the bins to see. And you were lucky if you found a pair together. Because a lot of times you'd find one shoe and go, oh, I love it. But then you'd have to find the match for it. And there were like 4 huge barrels that you had to dig through that had literally about 300 pairs of shoes in each one. And we had to go digging through. And that was the place where a lot of people had to go shopping. We didn't go at outlets and whatever. I don't even think they had outlets back then. You went to railroad salvage, and or at least we did, and either that or for school, then we would actually go in and do that. But like at Christmas time, if we needed new shoes, then my mom always she would just have us stand on a piece of paper, and she would trace around our foot, and then she would cut it out, and she would take it to the store, and she'd bring us home a pair of shoes. So we were just delighted to get a new pair of shoes. Didn't matter what they looked like. So we'd have church shoes or school shoes or play shoes, and that was it. So, yep. Okay, that's done. That's done. Good. We're getting through a lot of these. Yay. But they were so shocked and surprised. Really? That's what you had to do? You really had to do that? That's weird. These kids have no idea today. It was so beautiful out today. It's actually nice weather, thank goodness. It's been so humid. Like every single day walking around and feeling that sweat rolling down your back. Nasty. Alrighty, I want to use the smaller ones if possible before I go through this. So, oh yeah, there's some silver. Can we fit any on here? Yep, these happiness ones can go. Yep. Especially if we trim it a little bit thinner. Thinner. Perfect. I'll have to trim that fishtail out later. Yep. All right, oops. Are there any more in there? All right, so that one's done. Those are just release papers. More release papers. Oh yes, we've got some of these. White and gold, that's pretty. So I know this is quite boring for you, just sitting here chatting away. But this is part of the process. I don't think I like that paper with it. Nope, I don't. Ooh, that's a nice pretty brown. We can definitely get some of those on there. Ooh. purty. Sometimes I'll just leave the words just like this and I just throw them in my box, my word box, because I'll use them a lot like that. But sometimes I like to just put them on one layer of color like this, because that's helps me to use them also. All right, where's some short ones? This one will fit. Yes. And that's crooked. Alrighty, I think I'm done with these ones. I'm gonna throw those away because I'm just tired of those. Yep, these ones need to be trimmed off. Alright, that's just paper. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, there's something. There's some black. That's not very wide though. This one's wide enough I can fit something, no? Will that fit on there? Ooh, if I trim this down a little bit more. Yep. There, isn't that pretty black? This was a piece that somebody shared with me. Let's see what fits on there. This one. Woohoo. Trim that way so I can, once they dry, once they dry, then I can fishtail those. Alrighty, what else? That one definitely needs to be trimmed down. Alrighty, is that wide enough? Yeah, but you really can't see that very good. That's okay. We've got other papers. Yes, we do. Ooh, we've got this piece. Yes, and that works. Very good. That was one of my ugly paper samples of what to do with it. And there's something else you can do with it. Cover it up with word strips. Really, really thick. Alrighty. What else? We've got some little skinny ones in there. These ones are, oh, that is a piece of cardstock. Okay, this is paper. Sometimes I'll throw the paper in there. There's some construction paper. We can use that. That will fit on there. Yep, let's do that. Yep, gotta love using up the scrappies and I love doing any kind of paper crafts. It's just so relaxing to me. Sometimes it can be challenging. Sometimes I'll purposely challenge myself. I think this one might be a little tough. Oh, there's more release paper. All right, we're getting down to the nitty-gritties here. Alrighty. So here's some blue and some green. Open another piece of blue. Some lines. Oops, here's a pretty piece. Oh, that's a piece of washi tape that was put on there. That's pretty. Very nice. Okay, so let's do some more of these. Nope. But a white one. Yep, like that. That's pretty. Yep. Let's straighten that out though. Ta-da! On pretty washi paper. We'll leave a nice border around that. Just to show it off because it's so pretty. That's purty. Purty, purty, purty. And the You Are Special. That'll work. And it looks like there's some black marker up there, so let's trim that off. Yep. And then we'll put this You Are Special on there. So see, now when I'm making a pink card, I can, or purple card, I can pull these out and I can use these. You know what, I think I'm gonna do it this way because I think that would be nice to fishtail this one. Perfect size. Ta-da! Voila. Nice. We're almost done. Yay. This green is really pretty. Yep, it is. Alrighty, and this is blue, that's yellow. I'm having a hard time with both of these because it's double colored, but you know what? That'll be okay. And it's blue is easy enough. I can deal with that. Just do it, Barbara. Just do it, just do it. Yep, yep, yep. And one more. Ta-da! Very good. Okay, let those dry. Now let's this. Alrighty. Can I deal with pink or purple and yellow? Yeah, I can do this. Just go for it. I'm wondering if I should just leave that length there and put one on this one and one on another one, and then just do a purple and yellow card. That might be a good idea. Let's do that. And you are cool. Our life. Yeah, let's do both the same. Why the heck not? Ta-da! Good idea. All right, we're almost done. Yay! There, and these can start being put back in there. Oop, that's another piece. This one's so cute. Little bears laying on there. Laying on the moon. That's just adorable. All right, do I want to use it as paper or this? Okay. What else is in here? Ooh, there's a piece. What's on there? Ooh, there you go. I got a couple more pieces in here. Alrighty. Will that fit on there? Yes, if I trim it down, but that's not the right color. That would look terrible. I need white on it. Okay, this. Yep. It needs to be trimmed down a little bit thinner, though. You are some kind of wonderful. Sending smiles. Nope, that's too wide. I need a thinner one. You are special. Yep, that'll work. Aha, alrighty. Perfect. And that one's not really colorful. We'll just throw that one away. All right, we are getting down to the bare minimum. It's a bright, bright color. Ooh, there you go. We can use that one. Life, life, life. Let's use the life. That'll work. That's pretty. Such a pretty little paper. Nice. Whoops. There. Alrighty. Anything else, Barbara? Yes, that one and this one. That's pretty. This will definitely fit. And I know this is a long video, but some people like the long videos. So sometimes I'll go ahead and do videos like this for those that enjoy it. There's times when even I will sit there and I'll watch other people's videos and just, I don't know, if they have a nice relaxing chitter chatter going on, then I'll just play along with them, and that's kind of fun. I find it relaxing. But there's other times when I just want one of those quick short videos where you just go, okay, and it just flashes through and then you're done. And there are definitely times when I prefer that. So it all depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Alrighty, so I think we're done with this box of scraps. So now we've got to get in here to get some others. And I might be able to fit some on there. And you know what? I guess we could do some red ones. Why not? Let's do some of those. And this color here, that just might about do it. So let's try that and see how far we can get with that. Good idea. Alrighty, let's try this gold first. That is so pretty. Will that cover it yet? You know what? That'll work right there. Let's do it. This was a gift bag that was just so pretty. I just could not throw it away, and it was so mangled up. I thought, that's okay. I just want to salvage it and see what I can make out of it. See, and that's pretty. Just a wee bit of gold on there, but it's pretty. Yep, I like it. So let's see if we can do another one. Black and white. Nope, I think these off-white ones would. Oh, that's just a little piece that I cut off. Haha. All right. That one. That will fit right there. Perfect. There you go. All righty. There. That's pretty. And that one can be put away. Yay, I'm doing it. And we'll see. Oh, look at number one. Ta-da. Alrighty, we got a couple more down here. No more of those off-white ones, though. That's okay. You know what? I'm just going to go for it and stick that on there anyways. Lots of hugs. Will that fit? Ooh. If I trim it down a wee bit. Let's go for it. Ta-da! That's pretty. Nice. Alrighty, we're almost there. Yay! That'll be pretty. That or white. Is that? That's a white tone. Yeah, that's a white tone one. Okay, this will look better. This will be perfect on this. Yep. See, immediately. Oh, there, and I can cover up Scotty's. There we go. Ta-da! Scotty's is covered up. Yay, me. Perfect. Okay, let that sit for a minute while I'm gluing these on. This Elmer's glue all that I put in this container really works wonderful. And Maria Johnson is the one who told me about Crafty Rhea. I just love your idea, Crafty Rhea. And I really appreciate you sharing that with us, that you figured out that if you use that glue all, it works really good. And it really does. Ooh, what did I do here? Huh. That's weird. It got stuck together somehow. That's never happened before. But I guess there's a first time for everything, huh? So we were a little worried today when we went over to the casino, because we had the baggage topper on our vehicle, and last time we went, then we did not make the clearing, and we heard it go crumple a little bit, and Papa had to back out again, and so, but these ones had a lot more room. So these ones were up 6 feet and over, so that was nice. So we definitely were able to use them today. Yep. But even so, I hate going into a garage with the car, even just a regular car, but especially with his truck too, because I just kind of cringe when you're driving up and it looks like you've got about 4 feet from the ground up. It looks like you're just going to slide the whole top of your car on there, and my body just cringes waiting for that crunch, which it doesn't happen, but thank heavens. And this red here is from a shoebox. Yep. So you never know. All the different ways that you can use your scraps. Alrighty, that's going to be too much to cover that up. I should be able to fit that on there. Yep. Trim around it on the other side. That's perfect. Perfect. Oops, that was crooked, Barb. Okay, and this one is crooked. That's much better. Okay. Wee, and I'm just flinging those pieces all over Kingdom Come here. Alrighty. Oh, happiness is. We can cover that one up. Ha ha. There you go. I gotta call my older grandson. I haven't heard from him in a couple days. So I've been missing him. He got his booster shot, his COVID booster, the third one, and he's not been feeling very well. And it was weird because the day after he got it, then they came out on the news. We no longer need the third booster. Everybody by now should be okay. And it's like, so my grandson got poisoned again for no reason. But I think that is amazing, though, that we've learned different things from trial and error over the years of remedies and different things we can do to keep ourselves well. That one needs to be pressed down some more, like these. All right, that's better. There. Yippee, yippee, yippee. Look, I've only got about, what, 8 of them left? Something like that. As my friend Miss Shira would say, something, something. I gotta call her too. I haven't talked to her in a little while and I've been missing her. There's certain people that I like to call and we share certain things. We actually, Sheila and I met years ago when we were teaching at the prison. And, oh, we loved teaching together. We really worked extremely well together. And so for years, we taught together. And I used to tease. And I would say, yeah, Sheila and I met in jail, and she'd say, Miss Barbie's. Why are you doing this to me again? It was so funny. But we just could play off of each other, and we knew each other's teaching styles, and the girls at the jail just loved it because we fed off of each other, and we taught the same lesson every year because it was decision-making skills. And some of the inmates would be repeat students because they would take it the one year, and if for some reason they were back there again the next year, then they'd sign up for it again because they really enjoyed our class, and that was really neat. But I used to love to get together with Sheila, and we'd go over our classes together, and we also taught parenting classes over at the shelter together, and did that for quite a few years. That was, oh, I just loved her. Or I should say, I just love her. But I loved teaching with her so much. And we would get so much out of it between the two of us too. Even though we were teaching the same stuff over and over, but we would try to, you know, we'd fix it a little to go with whatever group, because sometimes there were more men in the shelter than women. Because they allowed husbands to go into the shelter downstairs after a while, because if they had kids, then they couldn't be out on the streets, so they let the husbands come in too. So the men were downstairs and the women were upstairs. So, but at one point then there were more men in the class than there were women. But it was interesting. And one of the things that all of them, the men were a little bit more standoffish about it than the women, you know, about this one thing that we used to do. But we used to do affirmations with them, to teach them that, you know, we have to pick ourselves up. You know, we have to pep talk ourselves and make ourselves feel good, and we have to feed our own souls sometimes, you know, and nobody else can do that for us. And so that was one of the things that we were teaching is with parenting, you have to learn to stroke yourself, and to you know, give yourself those good affirmations, and define the affirmations, and create them, and work with them. And so we would give them examples and stuff, and we would actually create affirmations together, and then we would recite them. And the men were they were not, I mean, women are normally very touchy-feely, you know, they're more open with their feelings and stuff, but the men were kind of, you know, and it was like, but they had to take our class, and they had to do what they were told to do. And I would just tell them honestly, I know for men, this is going to be a weird thing for you guys to do, but I promise you, after doing it for a couple times, and if you really do put your mind to it and listen to the words that we're saying, you'll find yourself start believing it, and it will feel good. And so, and it was amazing, because every single time, the men would come back and they would say, you know what, the first lesson you told us, you know, and it was weird. And some guys, it would take, you know, 4 classes, you know, 4 or 5 classes. But most of them, just a couple classes, and they would come up and they would say, you were right. You were right. It does feel good to hear good things about ourselves, you know. So that was, I really enjoyed that part of the parenting classes that we were teaching, and letting people know that, you know, we're all in the same boat. All in the same boat. Got to figure it all out while we're throwing in the midst of it. These children definitely did not come with handbooks, that's for sure. And they would come up and we would say, all right, give us a situation, you know, let's talk real here. And so, because they had, you know, a lot of kids with disabilities or learning problems, and the majority of them were there because their kids were taken away from them, and then they had just gotten them back. And so they had to, you know, relearn how to parent in the proper way. And so, and that was kind of tough for them too. So, but we would go through all of that, and we would try to come up with real situations for them, and try to come up with different things, different ways that you can deal with things. So, and that was a lot of fun. I used to love doing that. They would put us on the spot, and we'd have to boom, 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 try to think of things that we could, ideas we could give them to help them. And we'd get to really rolling on some of those, and it was fun. With Sheila and I, we could really feed off of each other, so we did really good with that. Yep. Alrighty, so through all that chitter chatter, we've gotten all of these done. This is awesome. Very, very good. This is so pretty. Nice. Alrighty, very good. So now the next video, then I'm going to use these and we'll make some cards with them. We'll see what we can come up with at that point. How's that? Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this chat session with me. I know it was me hogging up the whole conversation. Didn't let you get in a word edgewise. I apologize for that. Alrighty, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you were able to relax and possibly play along with me and get some stuff done for yourself. And if you're liking these type of videos, please give me a thumbs up so I know you're enjoying them. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.